Ambition without the burn. Redefining go-getter energy into sustainable progress. Welcome back inside the Grounded Circle. Today, we are talking about something that I think so many of us wrestle with. Ambition. The desire to grow, the desire to create, the desire to make an impact, the desire to look at our lives and say, there is something more I want to build. And I want to start by saying this. Ambition is not the problem. Wanting more for yourself is not the problem. Having dreams, goals, and passion is not the problem. The problem is when we believe the only way to achieve those things is by constantly running around ourselves into the ground. For so many of us, ambition has become tied to exhaustion. We've been taught that being successful means being busy, that being productive means being tired, that if we aren't consistently moving, improving, achieving, or accomplishing, then somehow we are falling behind. And I think many of us have quietly accepted that this idea we have to choose. Either we pursue our big dreams, our careers, and our passions, or we prioritize our health, our relationships, and our families. It feels like a binary choice, one or the other, success or balance, achievement or peace. But what if that's the lie? What if the goal was never to choose between ambition and well-being? What if the goal was learning how to pursue your purpose in a way that doesn't require you to lose yourself along the way? I spent many years in what I call go, go, go mode. And maybe you can relate. I believe that if I wasn't moving at full speed, I wasn't making progress. If I had a free moment, I felt like I should be using it. If I wasn't accomplishing anything or something, I felt like I was wasting time. Rest felt uncomfortable. Slowing down felt like failure. I thought being driven meant always pushing harder. And for a while, that mindset worked. Because let's be honest here, there are seasons in life where we do have to hustle. There are seasons where we have deadlines. There are seasons where we have to work harder. And there are seasons where we have to stretch ourselves. But the problem happens when a season becomes a lifestyle. When constantly pushing becomes our normal. When we no longer know how to exist outside of productivity. Because eventually something has to give. And many times it's the very things that actually fuel our ambition, our health, our creativity, our relationships, our joy, our ability to be present. I learned this the hard way. I remember having a week where, on paper, I accomplished everything. The list was checked off. The goals were moving forward. The responsibilities were handled. From the outside, it looked like a successful week. But when I looked back, I realized something that honestly stopped me in my tracks. I couldn't remember a single moment of it. I couldn't remember the conversations. I couldn't remember the little moments. I couldn't remember enjoying the things I had worked so hard for. I was so focused on achieving the things and the next thing that I missed experiencing. That's the current thing. And that was a wake-up call for me. Because what is the point of building a life you never actually get to experience? What is the point of reaching the goal if you're too exhausted to enjoy the view? That's when I started to redefine ambition. Because sustainable ambition isn't about lowering your standards. It's not about giving up on your dreams. It's not about becoming less motivated. It's about changing the way you move toward those dreams. It's about understanding the pace of your progress. Some seasons are for expansion. Some seasons are for learning. Some seasons are for healing. Some seasons are for maintaining what you have already built. And every single one of those seasons matters. We often compare our behind-the-scenes season to someone else's highlight reel. We see someone launching something new, reaching a milestone, growing their career, and we assume we should be moving at that same pace. But we don't know their season. We don't know their support system. We don't know what sacrifices were made behind the scenes. Your journey has its own rhythm. And honoring that rhythm doesn't mean you lack ambition. It just means you understand sustainability. Because the truth is, a burned out version of you cannot fully carry the vision you have been given. When you are exhausted, your perspective changes. Problems feel bigger. Creativity becomes harder. Patience becomes shorter. The things that normally inspire you can start to feel like obligations. But when you are rested, when you create space, when you care for yourself, your vision becomes clearer. You can make decisions from intention instead of exhaustion. You can pursue your goals with a full heart instead of an empty tank. And I think this is especially important for those of us who are caregivers, for parents, for people who are constantly pouring into others. Because we have to remember, the people we love don't just need our accomplishments. They need our presence. Our dreams matter. But so do the moments happening while we chase them. Here's the grounded challenge for this week, is that I want you to look at your biggest goal right now. Maybe it's a career goal, a creative dream, a personal goal, something that you've been working toward. And instead of asking, how can I get there faster? Ask yourself, what is the next step or small step I can take? Not the giant leap, not the unrealistic timeline, not the version of yourself who has unlimited energy and unlimited time. Just the next step. Because small steps still create movement. Consistency still creates progress, and a slower pace does not mean you are standing still. Take the pressure off the timeline. You are not just building a list of accomplishments. You are building a life. And a meaningful life is not measured by what you've achieved. It's measured by how you feel while you are living it. So pursue your purpose. Dream big, create, grow, challenge yourself. But please, do it in a way that allows you to to be present for the journey. Because success is not just reaching the destination. Success is becoming someone who can enjoy the road along the way. Thank you for spending this time with me inside the grounding circle. Until next time, stay grounded, honor your journey, and remember, you do not have to burn yourself out to prove that your dreams matter.